Welcome everyone, and you are on Beyond the Court podcast with Coach Arnold, and today our guest is AJ Rompza. Hey man, how are you?
Man, how are you, brother? Happy Wednesday to you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I love energy of this man.
Come on, baby. Come on. We got to bring it every day.
I'm obsessed with it. That's really great. Uh, I don't know you full story, so I
Yeah.
am really curious about you. And could you please introduce yourself not only to audience but to me too?
Yeah. So my name's AJ Rompza. I was born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. I had dreams of playing basketball at the highest
Yeah,
level. I'm obviously 30, I'm 35 years old now, but I started playing basketball at the age of 3. I carried a ball with me. I slept with my basketball. I did everything with basketball.
yeah,
I have 4 older siblings, so I'm the youngest of 5. But just my passion, my dreams of playing basketball when everyone told me that I couldn't do it because I'm too small, you'll never be able to make it. I had to learn at a young age, you have to believe in yourself. And anything that you love doing, you have to go all in on it. So my entire life, man, it's always been people telling me what I can't do.
yeah,
And now you fast forward and I'm telling people why we're on this earth, what you can do. You can achieve anything when you believe in yourself. But again, I wanted to go to one of the top high schools in Chicago, Whitney Young, produced many NBA guys, some of the best talent, not only in the state, but also the country. I wanted to go to high school there because that was my dream and my goals. And in order to become the best, you have to play against the best.
yeah,
So going into high school where people were like, "Hey, you'll never be able to make your freshman B team," taking that in as a 13-year-old and being like, "Man, everyone's telling me what I can't do."
yeah,
Even my dad, like, "Hey, maybe you play baseball, maybe you do something else." But my dreams, my goals were so set on basketball. I loved it so much. So um, going to Whitney Young High School and starting varsity as a freshman in one of the toughest leagues in the country, and only being 5'7". So it's like, and again, not being satisfied, playing varsity, becoming one of the top point guards, not only in the city, not only in the state, becoming one of the top teams in the country.
yeah,
And obviously, and you go through high school, it's like, man, I want to earn a Division I scholarship. Huh? Well, you did some awesome things in high school. Like that was awesome what you did, but you'll never be able to earn a Division I scholarship. It's just you're too small. It's too hard. Um, and then literally just working as hard as I can, worrying about what I can control, being that leader everywhere I went, not just on the court. And I ended up earning a Division I scholarship to University of Central Florida, where
whoa,
where
that's
again, man,
fantastic, man.
it's I want people to understand, listen, you have no limits on your dreams and goals.
Yeah,
The only limits that we have are the ones that we put on ourselves and our mind. But it goes back to me not getting comfortable. I could have earned a Division I scholarship and said, you know what? I did it, man. I saved my family $50,000, but again, I wanted to become one of the best. I ended up starting as a freshman at the University of Central Florida. I became one of the top point guards in the country, top 15 in assists, top 10 in steals. And I only share this because I want people to understand it started at a young age. At the age of 3, of people telling me, "Hey, maybe you do something else." I don't think basketball is for you, but when you love
yeah,
something, when you put your all into something, you can achieve anything, Arnold. And I want people to
yeah,
know that, man. And I'm on this earth now. I love speaking to people. I love going to middle schools, high schools, colleges, businesses. This is literally the dream of mine. But basketball put me into these rooms, and it started at a young age of believing in myself, telling myself what I can do. And I just want people to know, literally, anything that you want in this life, anything that you want for yourself, you can do it. You can achieve it. But you'll have to be willing to get uncomfortable. You'll have to be willing to do stuff that you've never done before, to go to a place that you've never been before.
yeah,
And again, I know you can ask a bunch. I can ramble on and tell you, oh, well, basketball's been a part of my life since the age of 3. I'm 35 years old now. And to me, it goes back. The last thing I say on this was people told me I wouldn't be able to play basketball. And I'm now teaching the 0.1% in the world, some of the biggest celebrities, some of the biggest musicians, some of the biggest everything, how to
yeah.
play basketball. So it's like, don't ever tell me what I can't do, man, because I'm going to show you. I'm living proof of anything that you want in your life, you can do it.
Yeah, man, that's great. That's a really inspiring story for me. That's impressive, really impressive,
Man,
man. But
man, I appreciate it, Arnold.
Yeah, but you said you played college basketball, but
Yep.
why didn't you go pro?
Man, so another thing, my life's been built off challenges. So again, being at UCF, I became one of the top freshmen in the country.
Yeah.
Um, and again, I'm gonna not cocky, but it's confident. I was always a leader. I had to be
Yeah.
being 5'7". It wasn't like I was just the best guy, or I had to be different. I had to be vocal. I had to lead. I had to do all the stuff others weren't willing to do. My junior year, we led UCF to the first ranking in school history. Started out 15-0, which I don't care about personal stats. I care about winning.
Yeah.
Because again, when you win, not just the team, not just the coaches, the community, the family, everybody remembers those wins. You're the only person that remembers when you had 30 points a game or whatever it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
of course.
so it's so it's crazy, man. We go to my senior year, my biggest year, as you know. That's where all the agents start recruiting you. I got suspended 50% of my senior season for them saying that I took $900 from a mentor. So you talk about, man, how come you didn't go pro? How come I believe in a higher up. Everybody believes in certain stuff, but I believe
Yeah.
God had a bigger plan for me. So I had to sit out my senior year, 50% of my season. I came back. I had an agent. I had 7 workouts lined up. I broke my foot in my first professional workout.
Oh,
So you talk about being on the biggest high, being one of the most popular kid out of 60,000 students at a university. Um, just crazy things, man, to be back home and move back home with my mom after college and just completely lost. Completely I lost everything. I lost my teammates, I lost friends, I lost basketball, I lost a
yeah.
schedule that I had for 20 something years. So the reason I'm here, it's not my life isn't perfect. My life has been more challenging than anyone. I just decided to never give up. So during those times of moving back to Chicago, I felt like I've always had to be positive. I've always had to be motivational because of my height. I've had to tell myself I can do it. And then at that time, I realized, man, like so many people go through this after sports. So many people go through more life serious, not even injuries, just challenging times where it's like, man, I got to give up. If I would have gave up 10, 15 years ago, I wouldn't be here telling people you can do anything. That's why my purpose is so much bigger than me. My purpose is so much bigger than teaching basketball. It's speaking life into people every single day, and it's telling people, listen, you're going to go through tough times, you're going to go through challenging times, but those times aren't there to break you. Those times are there to make you better, to make you stronger. And sometimes it's hard to be like, man, why did I go through this? But I'm on this journey now where I believe everything happens for a reason. Whether it's good,
Yeah.
whether it's bad, whether it didn't work out for you, I truly believe this is my path. And I never question it. I never ask God why. I say it's for a reason. So that's a big reason why I feel like I didn't go pro. And everyone's like, oh, I could go pro, I could go, but I just feel like I've always found a way to make it to every level. Whether it was being one of the
Yeah.
top guys in Chicago, playing against the best in the country, whether it was being one of the top point guards, I always found a way. I never found an excuse. And the biggest thing I can say is I always control what I can control. I can't control my height. I can't control what others tell me that I can't do, but I can control my attitude, my effort, my energy, how I
Yeah.
show up every day. One of the biggest things I took with me as a young kid, I never let anyone outwork me. Anywhere I went to in the gym, I didn't care. You're the number one player in the country. I don't care. You won't outwork me. I grew up with guys like Derrick Rose, Patrick
Yeah.
Beverly, Amon Shumpert. That was my competition. And again,
Yeah.
Chicago has some of the best players that you've never even heard of. It's either kill or be killed. So I had to grow up at a young age, and I told myself I'll never let anybody outwork me. I don't care how good you are, because I can control my work
Yeah.
ethic. So it's something that I've kept my entire life, man. So you ask, oh, how come you didn't go pro? I feel like I had a bigger impact not going pro, if that makes sense. I feel like God put me on the path to be able to help more, to be able to inspire more, obviously through the game of basketball, but more of through my challenges in life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really interesting. And you know, when you lose your purpose in your life, for example, if me like you at the young age want to be a pro athlete, you know,
Yeah. Heck yeah.
but at 23, 24, 25, etc., at several ages, numbers, you understand that okay, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that because of a lot of reasons for, or I couldn't do it more years, and
Yeah.
it's really hard to live with it. You know, when you lose uh, your um, your destiny, for example. I don't know how to explain it.
Your
Uh,
purpose. Your
the
That's all
purpose,
I
yeah,
knew. Your
yeah,
My purpose was basketball. My purpose was an athlete, right? So it's like when I lost that, I lost everything. I felt dead. I didn't want to be here.
yeah,
I'm being completely honest, and I can share it because it's like, well, it's not that serious. When you've done something from the age of 3 to 25 years old, you know what I mean? That's all you know. So I had to pick myself back up. I got
yeah,
knocked down, and I had to pick myself back up and be successful life after basketball, which a lot of
yeah,
people go through those challenging times. A lot of people go through those downward spirals after they play sports. And that's why I do what I do, because I didn't want anyone to ever feel the way that I felt, because I felt like I didn't want to be here. I didn't have a purpose of living because I lost everything that I thought was my entire life. And then when
yeah,
you realize it, it's like, this is just a game. There's something bigger than this.
yeah,
All those times that I started, all those workouts that I've done, they've led me to this point in my life. I'm still doing basketball, but it's even bigger than me playing basketball, if that makes sense.
yeah. But what helped you turn things around?
I think the biggest thing helping me is I wanted to help people. I didn't want
Yeah,
anyone to feel the way that I felt. I had to pick myself back up. I've never just gave up. I never just, oh, you know what? This is hard. That's why I said I'm built off
yeah,
challenges. Even as a 35-year-old man now, I get knocked down more than anybody. I go through more challenging times than anybody. I can sit there and say that, but that's why I'm able to have an impact on the world. That's why I have kids looking up to me from different countries, people that I don't know, because I show that every day of it doesn't matter what you're
yeah,
going through. You are becoming a better person. You cannot give up. Once you give up all those, everything that you've ever worked for, that those doors close. So as long as I show up every freaking day, as long as I keep showing up every day, I'm going to get to wherever I want in life. And this is life after basketball. So it's even harder than when I was in basketball. But again, sometimes you have to rebuild yourself up. You have to do stuff that you've never done before, because I'm like, yo, this is so new to me. But it doesn't matter. Everything that I was good at in basketball, I had to apply that to everyday life. Being on time, being, you know what I mean, showing up early, working really hard, being confident, having a positive mindset. Everything
yeah,
that I can control, I bring it every day. That's all I can do.
yeah. You know, it's like God finds something better for you. You know,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
It's a
Another
mindset.
path in life. You
Yep.
know, for example, me, I was not really good at basketball, but good at college level. But you know,
Yeah.
I'm really good at youth coaching. Really good. I really good with kids. I have my own academy. A lot of kids. They are really obsessed with basketball. I motivated them, and I really good at it. But I'm not. I was not really good as a player, but I really good as a coach. And I think it's the same thing that you say about it. Some God have another plan for us, you know,
Man,
not
it's and
pro
I,
athlete.
I want you to speak that with confidence, brother. Even like you played college, you're the 1% in the world that did that. So it's in our minds, it's like, I was okay. No, heck no, I was great. And it's not cocky, it's confident to say I worked my butt off to get to that level. People pray to get to that level. People work their entire lives to get to that level that don't get there. So even speak that confidence into yourself where it's like, no, I did that. Now you're having a bigger impact because you're helping people. That's
Yeah,
why we're on this earth. That's why I said when basketball was taken away from me, I was like, oh my God, this is everything. That was everything to me. God said, I have a bigger plan for you. I want you to help more people through your mentality, through everything that you learn through basketball that applies to everyday life, if that makes sense. So speak that confidence into yourself every day, because no one else is going to do it for us. And then remember that impact that you're having. I see your videos. I see how you're impacting these kids. They're not going to remember for a season. They're going to remember for the rest of their lives how you
yeah,
made them. So it's even more powerful than us just playing basketball, Arnold.
yeah, yeah. I agree with you, and I understand it. And you know, I remember that you haven't got a lot of time for this podcast. some. I'll ask several questions. Um,
Man, please, I'm here for you, brother.
Thank you. And um, so, what are you actually doing now?
So
What
right
does
now
your
I'm basketball.
life look today? Something like
I do a little bit of everything. It's the entrepreneurship in me, but I basketball train and I do motivational speaking. When it really comes down to it, that's what I'm doing to this day. I work with a lot of celebrities. I work with a lot of high profile people, not to sit there and say, oh, well, like they're different from anybody else. But I literally help. Again, basketball is what I do, but I'm training the mind. That's why I work with some of the biggest musicians. That's why I work with some of the
yeah,
the biggest people in those fields because everything is in the mind, right? And I do all walks of life. It doesn't, I'm not, don't just work with celeb, but I found out moving to LA is everybody needs a great mindset. Everybody's working on their mindset every day. Whether you're the number one musician in the world, when you do basketball training, it's harder. You're getting uncomfortable to add value to yourself, which you've never done before. You had to do that in music. You had to do that in acting. You had to, but this is a different workout.
yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, brother, I got so uncomfortable moving to LA in 2019, and wanting to help people and wanting to grow. And on the other end of that, man, it's like the people that I've worked with, Adam Sandler, Adam Levine, Mike Amiri, literally some of the biggest people on this earth. And to say that, like,
Adam Levine, Maroon 5, yeah? This
yep,
love has.
this man, this love, and
Yeah.
and I'll be honest with you, brother, I give love to people, but he's been a dude that's helped change my life. He really has, man. I moved him, or I met him right when I moved out here. We did 30, like literally 30 days straight of working out every day. He loved it. He's a big Lakers fan, but just what him and his family have done for me, man, and the clients that he's given me, I'm incredibly grateful. And today's his birthday. It's so funny that you say that. I just wished him a happy birthday before, but just the impact that he's had on my life. Um, I can never. I thank him many times, but I don't know if he realizes the impact because he's helped me so much, man. And just the man that he is, and the people that he's given to me, and the people that I've been able to help because of him. I don't think I'd be here without him.
Yeah, that's great. And last question, I ask this question all people who I see on this podcast. What's your favorite basketball movie, and what's your favorite movie at all? And I think
Oh,
you are really motivational speaker, and I think you have some interesting answer for this.
well, it's my man. There's a couple of good ones. I love obviously I love Space Jam.
Oh, yeah.
Space Jam. I grew up, and again, I grew up watching Michael Jordan win 6 championships. Um, do you have what do you have over there?
Ugh, I
Let's go. And something just to, not to get to completely off, but again, I know you don't know my story. And we're kind of rolling it through here, but I grew up the biggest Bulls fan. I watched him win 6 championships. And growing up in high school, his son transferred to my high school, and then I brought him to college with me. So it's like to have him as my best friend, but to be able to learn. That's why I say the dreams and goals, you never know what the heck can happen. As a
Yeah.
young kid, I never thought that I'd be calling Michael Jordan like my second dad, to be able to learn from him. So people are like, yo, your mindset's crazy. When you grow up with the greatest of all time, you you become a killer naturally because you're around him.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was so crazy just because, again, your dreams and goals, you don't know what the heck it can lead to. And the only reason I share that is because it's like when you go after your dreams and goals, it doesn't just go perfectly. You go through ups, you go through downs. But if I would have gave up, none of this stuff would have happened. And that's why I share that stuff. But to go back to what you were saying, I think Space Jam is one of my favorite movies. Coach Carter is one of my favorite
Yeah.
basketball movies because my coach took us to that movie in high school, and just being able to watch that with my teammates, I thought that was something I'll remember forever. I love White Man Can't Jump.
Mm.
Another
Old
great one
one
being out
or
in
new?
what?
Which one?
Old
Old
one, old one.
old one.
The new
Okay.
one, the new one, I was a little like, not crazy, but I'll always be real with you. But those are probably my
Okay.
favorite basketball movies.
What?
Those are probably my favorite basketball movies. I'd say those top three.
Okay. And what your favorite movie at all? Not basketball.
Ooh, my favorite. You got some good questions, Arnold. Man, my favorite movie. That's a good one. You're kind of throwing me off guard. I don't know if I have a favorite, man. I love like, I know it's not even Christmas, but Home Alone. Like I loved a lot of Disney movies. Six Man, which was a basketball movie with Marlon
Hmm.
Wayans.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but off the top of my head, I don't know. I'd probably say Home Alone is my
Home
top.
Alone.
Yeah, Home Alone. I can recite that one by heart.
That's interesting. My favorite basketball movie is Coach Carter.
Man,
Yeah, that's great movie of all time. But my favorite movie of all time, not basketball, is Interstate 6. Did you see this?
Interstate.
Yeah.
No, I want to watch that. What's it on Netflix?
Oh no, it's old one. I think it's but maybe Netflix too. But it's old movie, maybe early 2000s. Really great movie with Gary Oldman.
I gotta look
Um,
that up. Send me that when we get off here, please.
okay, no problem. Okay,
I want
and
to see that one.
that's a really great movie. I think it will be cool experience for you. And it was AJ Romza on Beyond the Court podcast. Thank you, AJ, for visiting this podcast.
Man,
It's
keep crushing it, brother. Thank you for
yeah,
having me.
yeah. Thank you.
And
Have
before
a
before we get off here, I like to make people a little awkward. Give me three things that you're grateful for today in your life.
okay.
Yeah. Take a
Uh,
moment. Don't rush. Don't rush.
okay. The first one. Thank you for visiting this podcast, and I really glad to see you here and to have a conversation with you.
Let's go.
Another things that I have an opportunity to work with kids this morning.
Man, big,
I really
big.
love that, and that I have a family and my dog's hunt. I have a sticker with my dog's hunt. I really love my dog.
Man, let's go. You gave me a couple of those, but every day I tell people, man, just focus on the good. Gratitude changed my life. So whether it's, hey, I'm grateful to be alive today, I'm grateful to be healthy, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful to be able to speak to you on a podcast in another country. I'm grateful to move the body. I'm grateful to have food, water. Like I tell people every day, gratitude helped change my life. And you focus on all the good in your life rather than focusing on what you don't have. And you'll really realize how blessed we truly are, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Man, thank you,
Thank you.
Arnold. I
That's
appreciate
great.
you, brother.
Appreciate you too. Have a nice day, man.
You too, man. Keep crushing it.